So guys, you're welcome back to the channel. And yes, I saw this dress and I decided to make mine, and this is what I made. My OGs know this is my face, for those who haven't seen my face on this channel. So this is 2 yards of fabric, so you're just going to fold using your hip measurement divided by 4 plus your heels and sewing allowance. So starting with the shoulder, you're going to divide your shoulder into 2 and you're going to mark that. Now if you like, you can add pockets. If you like, you can just keep that part. So that is why 2 yards is enough, but it was barely enough, so I'd advise 2 yards and plus. So now next thing, I'm creating the armhole length, and also on that armhole line I'm going to mark the same measurement I have on the back, on the shoulder measurement. I'm also going to take the same shoulder measurement on the armhole line, make that into a straight line, and then I am going to create my armhole curve from there. But before I do that, on the armhole line, which is the chest line, I'm going to mark the bust measurement divided by 4. And because of the style of this dress, you don't want it tight, so you're just going to add 1 inch ease, and you're also going to add your sewing allowance of 1 inch or whatever you think it's okay for your sewing allowance. After which this will enable me create my armhole curve. So next thing now is to get the waistline, and from the shoulder line, the waistline is 18 inches for this person. Guys, I made my own and the person asked me to make, so this one is the client's own. You see the print is different from my own. So the half length, then the hip line. So when you've gotten that, you're just going to go on the waistline, waist measurement divided by 4. You connect it that way, and don't forget your heels and sewing allowance. I added them together at that point. Then you go to the hip line, you take your hip measurement divided by 4, you add your 1 inch ease, and you also add your 1 inch sewing allowance. Guys, you can do more than 1 inch ease. It depends on how fitted you want it to be, how free you want it to be. It's just a matter of choice. And now to the full length of your gown, add 1.5 inches. Then what you're going to mark on that hem is whatever you have as your hip measurement. Whatever you mark there is what you're going to mark on the down part of this dress. Then you connect it all together. That is your hip measurement divided by 4 plus your heels plus your sewing allowance. So now I've marked all of my measurements. So now we are going to go to the neckline. So for this client, I use a neckline of 4 inches, and that is the neck width. A neck width of 4 inches. This is because I think this is fine. This is very fine. You know, we are going to be adding a band, a scrub v-neck. That's the design of this style. So for the neck width depth, for the back, I did just 1.5 inches, and I connected that together because I'm going to be marking the front neckline separately. So now guys, let's not forget our shoulder slants. So I'm going to cut out all of my pieces starting with the neck, and then we're going to remove the back piece so we can work on the front neckline. So that is, we are done with all of our markings, and I actually cut out my sleeve off camera. So I'm going ahead to cut the neckline. At this point, you can decide to cut the back neckline together first, or you can decide to just cut them separately. To be on the safer side, cut them separately. You can see I stopped cutting mine at a particular point. I decided to, you know, just calm down and cut it separately. But you can cut the bodies, the piece together. Just cut it together. And after that, this is me separating the back piece from the front piece. And working my way on the back piece, I'm going to go ahead and cut off the remaining parts of the back piece that I did not finish cutting. So I'm trying to align my fabric, and then I'm going to go in now and cut away the 1.5 inches for the neck. Then I'll put that aside. Now this is the time to work on the front piece. So you're going to take the front piece and the same neck width. Guys, the neck width has to be the same so that your shoulder joining can be the same. So the way the work for this neck is actually the depth. So for this client, I used about 8 inches or 8.5 inches. You know, you can do 6 inches, you can do 7 inches. I think for mine, I did 7 inches. So now on that 7 inches or 8 inches, just come in by half of an inch, and from there you connect to the neck width. Then you cut out the neckline, and it's going to give you that not pointy V but a V design. So you're going to go ahead and cut that out after marking. So that is what I'm doing now. So guys, if you want your dress to have a pocket, except you're a size 6, a size 6 is the only person I would advise, okay, you can use 2 inches and you'll be fine. If you're a size 10 or 10 upwards, trust me, 2 inches, 2 yards is hardly enough, you know, considering the fact that this is a pattern dress. There is a way the line went through, you get. So now sewing, you're going to join the shoulders together. We are starting with our sewing, showing the shoulders first. And now after joining the shoulders, the next thing you want to do now is to flip over your dress. This neckline, we've joined it together, so we are going to calculate whatever we have, because this is what we determine how many inches we'll be cutting out for our band. And guys, whatever you mark, whatever your measurement for the neckline is, whatever you have as your total neckline, remember to add at least, guys, at least add about 7 inches extra to it, because you're going to need it. You're going to pull it in at the end. You're going to just need it to do some adjustments, but you're going to understand what I'm saying. So make sure whatever you have, assuming you have like 20, just cut out a band of 26, 27 inches or even 28. Just make sure you have enough. So at that point, I'm just going to go ahead use that to cut out this strip, and this strip is about 2.5 inches on fold. So by the time I join using ½ inch, I'm going to be left with 2 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and sew that, just as you can see me doing, and here is the result. After, do not cut at this point, do not cut out the excess, please. What you just need to do is you're going to notch that part that you can see. I'm trying to bring it in for you to see. While sewing, I made sure I sewed down with an extra ½ inch beyond this dash that I have on the neckline. So at that point, you're just going to notch up to that part you sewed. You can see it in the video. Just make sure you notch it very well. It is this notch that will determine how properly laid your v-neck scrub will look like. So after doing that, what you want to do is you want to pull the excess in. This is why you need extra fabric, you get. So you're going to notice that a particular band will go towards the left, one will be coming towards the right. So just walk towards that, you know, design, that setting. Make sure you lay it properly. Make sure you're checking it out very well, so there is no folding, there is no unnecessary fold. You can see, try to pull it in. You can see we are getting it right already. So try to arrange it properly. You can see one is going in, so I had to just take it out, then finish adjusting, you know, under the dress. Now I had to just, you can see me, just make sure they're properly laid. The one going to the left should be to the left, and the one you see going to the right should be to the right. You see, we still need some more adjustments. At this point, you need to be calm, like you need to have a lot of patience to get the desired result. Now we have this tassel that we're going to be putting on the dress. So this is the point you're going to insert your tassel. You're just going to insert the tip so that you can join it down from the inside. You're going to put it on this excess fabric you have, and you're going to sew it down on the notched part. You know, this part you notched open, just use a machine to sew it down. And when you're done, you're going to have something like this. So I'm just going to go ahead to the sewing machine to sew it down. And after I'm done, guys, this is the point where you can now cut off your excess fabric. And after cutting out your excess fabric, flip it over, and here is what our neckline looks like, guys. This is so perfect, this is so beautiful, and it is very, very neat. So the next step now is to just attach our sleeves, and you know, you sew down from the sleeves, sew to the hem part, but for this dress there's going to be a slit, so you're going to determine how many inches you want for your slit, and that is where your sewing will stop. Determine how long you want your slit to be, then you stop your sewing at that part and you close up your slit and you hem the down part of your dress. And guys, that is it. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Here is what our dress looks like, and thank you. If you like this video, please give this video a like, and I'll see you again in another video. Bye.